So I started, I think the first step for me as to taking the music seriously in a way was entering college. So that was 2010. Because I was like, okay, I really like this thing, but up until that point I hadn't really written anything of my own, and so I was like, I want to explore that. I want to see if there's something there, because I feel like I'm kind of good at it, but I don't know how good. So to me it was like, okay, go to college and find out, like test your abilities, and like run up against other people who also do it, and kind of measure yourself and be able to see, okay, is there something you want to pursue? Is there even something there worth pursuing? So that was in 2010. And while I was there, I was doing a lot. Like I was supposed to have a band, and like every semester we would have exams where we were supposed to play concerts, which was kind of difficult for me because I didn't feel like I knew what I wanted to do musically. So I still would put something together anyway, and I never led a band before. So all of a sudden I was a band leader and I was in charge, and they were like, okay, so we're here, where's the material? And I'm like, deliver the songs. And I'm like, okay, so maybe we could do this. And they'd be like, okay, how do you want us to play it? Where are you trying to go with it? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, can you just play, and like if I like it, we keep it, and if I don't, maybe, like I had no idea. So it was very challenging because there were so many new things all at once coming in. So at one point I was like, okay, I withdraw. So I can't, like I quit the bands. Because we were able to not have exams for a few semesters. So I didn't have a band, and I decided to just work on my keyboard skills, work on my songwriting skills, work on my voice, to be able to maybe come up with something that I actually like, versus doing music that I was like, what is, like, people were like, yes, this is great. And I'm like, this has no substance. This is no, like, it was like the typical soul music, baby, baby, baby kind of thing. And I'm like, what is this? I don't, people were like, yo, and I'm like, no. so it started from there, me writing and working a lot by myself, and then slowly collaborating. And where it really kind of started coming together was when I was able to go to Chicago for an exchange semester, which was like I think the second to last semester I had in college, or of my bachelor's degree anyway. So when I went to Chicago, meeting all those African Americans, for me really helped. Like all of a sudden there was only black people in my school. Not only, but like, that made a real big difference even in my way of like going to college and being like, because in Germany, a lot of times I felt like, I think the kind of music I want to make, there's not a whole lot of people here who would know how to, but I didn't really know, because at the same time, like I was stuck in this confusion, like, is it me, is it them, am I not, like, so yeah, going to Chicago, it all made sense, and it's like, okay, I'm at the right place. So I started working together with a friend of mine, and like writing together, and then Philip was also there actually, who's on the tracks, and so we started collaborating and writing together. And for the first time, I started creating music that I actually liked. So that was like very heavy neo soul. At that time, Robert Glasper was a big influence. So we were kind of like trying to create that sound, because that's what everybody was doing. So I was like, yeah, this feels right. And then coming home from that, the sound that we have now, like even the constellation with Philip and Chris, and then like all of us using those mini instruments, that came about because we wanted to do a busking tour, and we needed like small instruments that we were able to carry, and but yet were battery based. So we didn't want to go in the streets and play like acoustic guitar, like no, that's boring. People seen it before, even like no. So we were like, okay, let's try to reinvent this idea of playing in the streets. So that's what we came up with, and that's kind of the sound that we stuck with. And now I'm trying to evolve it. To this, just bring more of the Afro ingredient in there as well. So that's what I'm kind of exploring with the Quest Tape Volume 2, and it's almost like an introduction to Quest Tape Volume 3, because it's like, okay, this is the beginning. I've tested the waters, and I think now I understand. So now let me take it a step further and really take it there. Yeah. But as far as writing, I definitely started as a singer, and then I added the piano and became and then the spoken word, I would say, came very late. Yeah, because it's something that I really like. Technically I would love to be a rapper, but I'm like, I'm not a rapper, so I'll just do spoken word. But like slowly, it's almost like morphing into rap, which I really like, and I'm looking forward to exploring that. But so the spoken word definitely, even self-confidence wise, it's like, what do I have to say that you actually want to do a spoken word and make people pay attention to your words like that? Because in music, it's like they don't necessarily listen, right? But in spoken word, it's like, what else is there? So it's like, yeah. So it's actually one of the things that came last, but now that I really enjoy doing. Well, mama.